got dreams of looking up, eyes that compare, but nothing feel like how it feels to know these things upon my head, the weight of everything, and everything's just fate. Sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but to take on the world is the only thing that we know how to do. I've got dreams, finding out what all of this is for. It's you and me, and everywhere we go we're leading to an open door.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Mhm. Oh my. Oh my god. Okay, this one. Hello. Oh my god. Okay, welcome to the stream. Okay. Oh my god. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Okay. Okay. Was oh my god. Okay. Okay. Now to decide component. Okay.
Man, why? Yeah, okay, wait. Luis can't talk.
No.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. But he doesn't have rights. Wait a second.
Why are you muted?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
speak after you've gotten friend plus. You're friend plus now.
Wait, I can't wait. Audio output there. Can you talk now?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yes, we can.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Demo. This is Luis. Hi, Luis. This is Demo.
Hello, Louis.
Yeah, Luis
I'm Vlog's
is
biggest headache.
Well,
yes,
I'm about to
he is
be.
basically
I'm about to
wants
be
to
your
play on a
competition.
server together. Public server, non-technical. He's redstone. I was once the redstoner after before I left. And now he is in charge of everything.
Okay.
I mean, Tyro is more in charge than I do. I'm just making projects.
Come on, Quantum, like please, bro. Leave them.
By the way, can you show my stream? Yeah, stream in this.
I am watching your stream right now. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Uh, so what should I choose for my? Do you know what's my plan for like overall layout?
No, I don't.
Okay. So I okay. I'll be going with 3 chest halls, right?
3 chest halls
Yeah.
and 1 bulk.
Yes.
No,
One
you're gonna do
bulk.
2 chest halls and 1 bulk and peripherals.
Do you think 2 chest halls be enough?
Yes.
Okay. Then and what about the MIS? Should I use him?
You can, but you don't have to. You can just put everything in chest hall, and it's
True.
also
True.
faster.
That was.
And
I'm
MIS most times, most often the bottleneck. Also, Luis, if you stay here, maybe join Quantum, you can actually learn with Demo, because he's also relatively new to storage. Then I
I'm
have
a
student.
I'm a noob.
No, don't say that.
No, but I am.
But you just little behind.
You're a beginner.
Yeah, yeah,
Just say that.
yeah. Just okay. Then should I go for the quad ball? Actually,
I don't know. I don't know how many items you want in bulk. I would rather choose a quad bulk instead of making my hall 20,000 blocks long, you know?
what about 2 bulk hall?
No.
Okay.
That gets extremely shitty with box sorter wiring.
By the way, I think my like bulk hall is going like 64 blocks. So do I
Sure.
need quad wall?
I mean, if you do all 3 halls 64 blocks long, you will have enough space for all items. Because that's what you do in most encoded systems.
Okay, basically I'm going to do that. The stalls of like 64 long. Quad wall with the quad wall.
I don't know.
Like, is it enough if I use like normal bulk? I don't know.
I don't know, like, it depends on how many items you want to put there, you know.
I want to support everything. That's the end goal. Yo, so guys,
Yes,
welcome.
I mean, like, how many items you want in bulk?
Uh,
How many you
isn't there 8, 7?
Also, what do you think of this chest hall?
This one, I think I've seen that.
Oh, that's on Pyra. You
Yeah.
also made the bulk.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yes, it's also FHL. Louis, for you, FHL means fully hopper lost.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
What about
Like
the
the
10
only
item type?
slight disadvantage with it is you have the transparent block, where you either have to put stairs or an item frame, but it's not that big of a problem, I guess. It makes the UI nicer.
What about
Please put the storage take this one at the top of your list or something. You want... I don't know about
this one?
this one. It's 8 item.
Yes. What about? Oh, is like 10 item?
No, most encoded systems again have a quad bulk and 2 8 item chest halls.
Okay. Okay then.
Also, like, you want one area for... That's also why I said no free chest hall, because you want like one hall, I guess. Yeah, one hall to be like, not one hall, but like one side for peripherals, like a potion brewer. You want a portal, you want an unstackable sorter.
Yes,
That was
yes.
that was not
And
an
a
you maybe
small
wanted a small
brewer. what is it called? Furnace?
The what?
Furnace array?
Yes.
Probably like 144 long.
Yeah, like peripherals,
Yeah,
generally what you want.
okay. So your suggestion, that one, right? Can you
I mean,
link that?
it doesn't really matter what hall you choose. Just choose the one where you like the UI, basically.
Oh, you're talking about this one.
No. Oh, wait. Yes. But there's a go into the thread.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yes. Also the one white version. Yes, that. And then the upper, like, the bottom schematic is wider, 2 blocks to make the middle path a bit better, I think. But I don't know. You can choose what you want.
I think I'll
That is the one white.
I'll go with the. Is it going to look awkward against this one?
No, not really. I mean, you will have to put like decoration anyways, and if you do it right, you won't see that like at all.
And for the unloader, I'm going with a penis unloader.
Sure, you can take the penis unloader. Why not?
I think it's
By the way, that is its actual name.
Oh, it is.
Yes, Penis. I everything except for the N. I actually know where it stands for, like parallel entity item sorter. But like, there's an N. I think that is just to make it penis.
and I think I'm going with this in.
Yes, good input. Why did my screen? What the fuck? Okay, Minecraft just crashed. Okay,
Okay, I
fun.
think I should like share my screen history.
Sure. Okay, then I will have to sadly go back to building tanks. Very sad. Okay, Luis, watch me stream.
I'm watching. Oh wait, your stream is acting up again.
No.
Believe
Wait, it's loading again.
by the way, I believe this 2 is almost finished. They're working on Polygon.
Who? I do not access his stream. Why? Let me see if I can access yours.
For my
I think my wife. Yeah, you see, your is working okay, but to his stream, it just keeps loading.
box stream. Yeah, that is for. I think he's problem with some internet thing.
Probably.
Okay, let's. How do I follow this?
Block I
Do you know how do I follow this?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's say I'm a noob. I know how to implement it. I don't know how to create them.
Yeah, that's that. Okay. Okay. Is this
I have no idea.
okay? I'm back.
I
Yes. You have to go with the.
have no idea. The thing is that I play on the server that even if I wanted it, no, block is not here. The server I play, it's so laggy that I cannot do anything like that. Oh,
Oh,
block is back. And he's gone. He's having problems with the internet.
yeah.
I mean, the server itself is very laggy. It always breaks everything that's very complex on Redstone. So he's kind of a bummer. Even simple systems like filters, they break all the time. Anything that is on the clock breaks. Yeah, they are trying to fix it, but because it's a server thingy, it's not just it's not
Yeah.
just the place where we are building, is everywhere.
Oh, 500. Right.
That's a good option because you can.
Yes. 32. And out in it, I will. But you have a crafting risk. Oh no. Hackable. Oh, oh, oh. user. Are you understanding what I am saying? Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
बहन जो जस्ट स्ट्रीम ओपन किया और थोड़े के बाद नो
Bro, the amount of storage that block makes is crazy. He makes a lot of storage. Hi, block.
it's really like
Oh.
really into it.
Yeah, but he's really smart. That's the thing. The- this one. It's static. The things that he gave me gave me like a system to implement to change the one that we had in our storage in the server, because the one we had was very faulty, very faulty. Was not was very old, very faulty. Like shulkers would just be injected out of the system and then despawn. If you put empty a shulker, they would just break out the system. So we changed for another one because the system was slow anyway, so it would take the same amount of time. Like the first, it would be faster, but it wouldn't make a lot of difference. But technically, they want it faster. They don't want more reliable. They want faster. So yeah, I prefer if it's more reliable, even if it's slower. But yeah, but Block just gave me another system that's supposed to fix that. Now I just have to implement it. The thing is that every time I move, I work with the storage. I know Block is the one I have to talk to.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he knows how things work.
That's
And he makes things compact. That's what I like. That he can make it more compact. I know I'm more a problem solver than a complex system maker. I see a problem, I try to fix it. That's it. But I'm not a good like him. I don't have the knowledge that he has.
do you know he's like kind of new to this. He's not very old technical.
Yeah. But still, he's better than me. So yeah. Even if he's new, it doesn't matter. If he's better than us, he's still good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just changed.
Okay.
So you um weird.
Okay. I mean, I'll also have to go soon because it's already 6 and I have to work today. Oh, your schematics, your Latmatica is neat.
Yes,
Mine is full. fair attempts.
Because when it's
Yeah, I have it all in the same, and then I just go and delete what I don't want it anymore.
like
Or things that were half done. I just go and delete them, and that's it. Bro, you have a nice computer to hold that.
engine.
Mm-hmm.
16 not even super.
Yeah.
But my RAM.
So that's why it works well. The thing is that in your servers, you can use high-end things because people or everyone has good computers, or at least computers that can handle it.
No.
In,
Are you talking about the content?
no, I mean
The server I'm
the servers you
right now?
post that, the ones that you post things. I mean,
Oh no,
uh,
it is a server, but it's hosted on my computer.
oh,
Mostly I only play, if that makes.
and I lost my charging cable. Congrats to me. I'm always losing this. Yep, I have no idea where to put it. Well, time for me to go. Hope Block can go on
Okay,
soon. Bye bye.
thanks for joining.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I want to. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Or this is insane. Trust me. Go. I do. Is this? Oh my god. Uh, mm, তাই দেখ আমি কাজ করতে থাকবো যাচ্ছি is this SS uh should I go for? Uh, 20. Oh, oh. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Um, an item. Oh, kind of bad. I know accessibilities are like bad. I don't know, like for something like pumpkin and melons, I think there should be like accessible halls be better. I mean, if I'm building an endgame storage, I shouldn't use like accessible. So here.
Falling. You see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of the fall.
Cobra.
Okay. Filing careful of this. Okay. Filing this would be like pain in the ass. Okay, let's
But this is the most powerful thing that could be done. Surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself. Take, do anything you like. See?
Identity. That was the you make it.
दूर मुझसे न जाओ बीत लम्हे गुजारो
Resonate.
ख्याल है तू यादें तेरे मेरे इरादे ओ सभी
I don't know.
लापता हुआ कभी मैं कभी नया सा था बेबसी में तू मेरी बस धुआं धुआं सा था ओ लापता हुआ कभी मैं कभी नया सा था बेबसी में तू मेरी बस धुआं धुआं सा था
Okay. Volleyball. Yes, probably. Probably. Yes. True.
लापता हुआ कभी मैं कभी नया सा था बेबसी में तू मेरी बस धुआं धुआं सा था ओ लापता हुआ कभी मैं कभी नया सा था बेबसी में तू मेरी बस धुआं धुआं सा था
Oh my god.
जानू ना मैं तेरे दिल की वो बातें और रातें सौगाते लगाते हम गाते वो गाने ना जाने तू जाने कहाँ गए
They have like hopper output.
कभी मैं कभी नया सा था बेबसी में तू
Very difficult to. I mean, I should go with this one. This thing. This is one. This is 3 version. Yes, this is 3 versions. But I shouldn't. Place. Can I make it volleyball? These are the callable. Like with this one. Oh. Oh my god. Jason for now. Summer है Now check.
खामोशियाँ चीखती रही, बेकरारी ठीक तो नहीं, हालत कुछ अजीब सी रही, हूँ बात ठीक भी नहीं, मैं कम ही करूं दुआएं अब मुझे कोई उम्मीद ही नहीं। क्या सुनाऊं दिल की इस जमाने को, ये दिल की हर लगी से कासिर ही रहे।
That's it. Not stop.
क्या शर्म करें अब ये बताने में कि तेरे बाद हम भी हम नहीं रहे। हुए हैं तेरे मुब्तला, मैं खुद से बागी, मेरा हामी शायद तू ही था। मैं खुद को दागदार कर दूं, मुझको क्या फिक्र कि तेरा दामन साफ सबसे कामिल तू ही था। I take a hit, I slow it down, I take a sip, might say some shit जो सुबह मुझे याद भी ना हो, सवाल करूं जिनके कोई जवाब ही ना हो। तेरी याद आने का अब कोई मखसूस पहर नहीं, तेरी याद आए तो उसका हिसाब ही ना हो। तुम रहम वो आते ही मुझे बेसबर करो, talking तकल्लुफ में सुनती रहो पर सुनती रहो। See, you got me going crazy,
Okay.
फिर भी तेरा साथ चाहूं, no other place I wanna be। See, क्यों तुझे दिखता ही नहीं, I came all the way तेरे लिए, लेकिन अभी है तेरी ही कमी। क्या लिखूं ये समझ ही ना आए, गरजते नहीं ये बादल अब कई बरस ही ना जाए। वो रोते हैं मेरे ना होने की एहसास पे, वो जिंदा होके भी इस कब्र पे ना आए। मेरे हर जख्म की दवा है वक्त, और इसी वक्त में है मौत भी वक्त। और अपने वक्त से ही होगी मेरी कैद नफ्स, इस अमल में ना दखल करेगा कोई शख्स। अब हो चुके हैं हम जुदा, इस पे राजी तू दुनिया और खुदा। बेमिसाल हम, माजी है गवाह, कल की क्या फिक्र, कल से बेखबर। क्या पता क्या हो, क्यों हो बेसबर, होश खोई है, आई नहीं है कल। उठते हैं सवाल तेरे मेरे पर, और हम लाजवाब इनके चेहरे पर। बैठे ना अब कोई दिल के बहरे पर, रह के भी ना गुजरे कैसे रह गुजर, कह के भी नहीं कहते पढ़ते राज पर। ये सोच पागल करे जागा रहूं रात भर। See, you got me going crazy, फिर भी तेरा साथ चाहूं, no other place I wanna be। See, क्यों तुझे दिखता ही नहीं, I came all the way तेरे लिए, लेकिन अभी है तेरी ही कमी।
Next thing.
इन रातों की परछाई में, ओ नैनों की गहराई में, सारी बातें तेरे साथ। मैं राहों में मुनासिब हूँ, दिन रैनों में मैं शामिल हूँ, पर सारी बातें तेरे साथ। लफ्जों को तू ही जाने, दिल को मेरे पहचाने, बाहों में बाहें डाले।
Cover box like this.
मैं ख्वाबों का सौदागर हूँ, तुम बादल तो मैं आबर हूँ। हो तेरी सांसें मेरे पास, ख्यालों से तुम वाकिफ हो। सब छोड़ो ना, गम वापस दो, हो मेरी रातें तेरे साथ। लफ्जों पर तू ही आए, दिल को मेरे सुलझाए।
What do you mean?
बाहों में बाहें डाले,
Oh.
चिराग है पन्नों पे लिखी जो बात है, ये पढ़ के ना समझ सकूं मैं क्या करूं, हाँ क्या करूं, ये रिश्ते भी तो राख हैं, इस शाम का क्या मिजाज है, लबों पे जो आई थी बात है, किसे कहूँ ये कोई सुनाए मुझे। अकेला था अकेला है अकेला ही जाएगा कहीं, ये शाम अकेली है अकेली थी अकेली ढल जाएगी अभी। ये चार दीवारी नाम है, आने वाला कोई तूफान है, बंजर ये ज़मीं आसमान है, मैं रो ना सकूं और हंस ना सकूं, ये नींद भी एक ख्वाब है, टूटता गिरता आज है, कहीं दूर छिपा कोई राज है, बताऊं किसे ये कोई बताए मुझे। अकेला था अकेला है अकेला ही जाएगा कहीं, ये शाम अकेली है अकेली थी अकेली ढल जाएगी अभी, कि तू अकेला था अकेला है अकेला ही जाएगा कहीं, ये रात अकेली है अकेली थी अकेली डूब जाएगी अभी, थम जाएगी यूं ही, रुक जाएगी अभी, ढल जाएगी यूं ही।
Just do.
परछाइयाँ दूर हो गई, लिखे जो नाम हाथ
Just do.
पे लकीरें खो गई, मांगी जो दुआ मैं तो खारिज हुआ, क्यों मेरी दुआ ये कबूल ना हुई, रांझा अब तू हीर को इतना दे बता, ढूंढूं तुझको कहाँ कहाँ मिल जाना सता, कहानी ऐसी कि हर जुबां पे तेरा मेरा नाम, तेरी हो जाऊं बदनाम, मेरे जा तुझको ढूंढ के मनाऊं, मेरी दुनिया को तुझ पे ही लुटा दूं, रांझना हीर बन के मैं मनाऊं, साहिबा बन के वारी वारी जाऊं।
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
For the sake of your sanity, and if you don't care about me yapping about furnaces for an indeterminate amount of time, go to these timestamps for the explanation of two designs I showcase in this video. Now, for those who want to hear me yap for my bi-yearly Minecraft essay, this is the video for you. A very long while ago, I showcased this
Should I just listen to this and I just skip it? Um, oh my god! My bad.
furnace array that performed smelting operations at roughly 6 times hopper speed in a relatively compact space. And I said I would eventually make a dedicated video on this, and this is finally the video. And I improved it. And I made a bigger array. But of course this wouldn't be one of my videos without me poorly yapping about the nuances of a Minecraft mechanic, so furnace. The first thing to talk about is the furnace itself. By itself, it's a relatively simple block. Chuck in fuel, the item you want to smelt, and ta-da, you have a smelted item. The same thing also applies to blast furnaces and smokers, but as those don't maintain the same burn times, they're not particularly relevant to this video. But assuming it has an item that it can smelt and fuel, it'll be able to smelt an item 200 ticks or 10 seconds. This means that a single hopper can smelt 360 items an hour or 5 stacks in 40. Also, remember the 200 tick smelting time, this is very important for like 99% of furnace arrays. But with how slow a single furnace is by itself, if you don't want to wait for the heat death of the universe to arrive, you'd want multiple furnaces working at the same time to speed up the operation. Which brings us to the interaction other blocks and entities have with furnaces. For interaction, all you have to know is inputting an item from the top with a hopper or a dropper puts it in the top slot, the 4 sides will put the item in the fuel slot, and the bottom is where the output can be pulled from with either a hopper or a hopper minecart. I know, a very complex block. Next, let's talk about scaling. The two things that have the biggest influence on scalability of a furnace array is fuel distribution and smeltable item distribution. For 99% of good arrays, the limitation is distribution of smeltable items though. In case you're curious, the most common number of furnaces in an array is numbers that are divisors of 1728. So basically, any of these numbers. More exactly speaking, divisors of 1728. So basically, any of these numbers.
Okay. Oh, Bengali we call this like Oshagu.
More exactly speaking, 64, 144, 192, and 1728. There are also 25 and 50, but I'll explain that in a second. Also, if you go on Bilibili, there are some numbers. More exactly speaking, 64, 144, 1... So basically, any of these numbers.
God, 60. These are the main.
More exactly speaking, 64, 144, 192, and 1728. There are also 25 and 50, but I'll explain that in a second. Also, if you go on Bilibili, there are some more fascinating numbers for furnace arrays, like 2880 and 320, which it's kind of odd, but like the main thing they all have in common is that they're all divisible by 64, which is a single stack, so I mean, I guess, but like... I don't know. But sticking with the divisor, 1728 is preferable, mainly because when moving items, you're more likely than not moving it by the box, so keeping it optimized for that is just better. The reason 25 and 50 furnaces is a very common amount of furnaces is that it's exactly 1 and 2 times hopper speed, respectively. 50 furnaces is also the limit of distribution without the use of entities by dropper lines to distribute items across the system while pulling from a single container. A little editor's note here, dropper lines aren't actually required for the distribution, it's just they're a lot easier.
Wait, I think I have seen Floppy made a list 50 white furnace. Oh, that's why. Okay, Oh, I get it. Like, you know, like Cubics made one about that. Yeah, that's about it.
Here you can technically use hoppers. Hoppers are just kind of annoying to deal with though, because of their cooldown shit. Anyways, video. This can be seen in arrays like floppies, which use 50 furnaces in the dropper line distribution.
Look,
I obviously won't explain that because he already has a dedicated video on that by himself, which I will link somewhere in the description if I remember, hopefully. Once you get faster than that,
That's
you're
right.
forced to use hopper minecarts. There's also box eating, but we'll talk about that in a second. Hopper minecarts are essential for faster smelting as they can pull items out of a container at 8 times hopper speed or 1 item a tick. This is the general limit of non-stacked hopper minecarts, where generally 192 and 144, which are just below 8x and 6x respectively. The less common one is getting items in the container into their entity form and distributing them across on ice to hopper minecarts to distribute, or the more common one, stacking a shit ton of minecarts into one block and making the minecarts pull from one container for a set amount of time. Box eating and distribution of items was a lot more common pre-119 because otherwise you need a tower of minecarts to keep the system from seizing. But since cart eating is a thing, stacking carts is just better in my opinion. There is ways to unload an entire box quickly without losing the box, but that also requires cart eating, so like, for furnace arrays that use stacked carts, to maintain the full speed of the array, it is required to figure out a split carts from each other to put them into separate slices in a 10-second window before the next set of carts come in to maintain full speed. This is generally where I find that a lot of furnace arrays fall short, more often than not adding directionality to the furnace array. The directionality more often than not comes from after splitting the carts, needing a way to make sure that the following cart goes to the next slice over. More often than not, curved rails that use powering are used because of their simplicity. Although directionality isn't the biggest issue in the world, it's not something I'd want in a design. I've also seen some arrays that use piston bolts to move items across an array faster, but I really don't think the increase in build effort is actually worth it. I've also seen curved rails and chest boats used for splitting items across furnaces more compactly, but I also haven't seen a good array that uses that, so. Saying note about these is, minecarts are kind of weird with how they actually deal with getting items into the separate hopper. Yeah, it works somehow. I don't actually know particularly why that works, probably something with rail snapping, but like, it's a thing you can do. It's just that these rails are kind of a bitch to put in.
rail snap of the edge. Like in the newer version?
Especially if you have a lot of them you have to do, it's probably not worth the effort. There's also chest boats. I mean, it's pretty simple how they work. It's just their hitboxes are a little bit bigger, so they're able to just stay a bit over the hopper. I have not seen a good array that uses them, especially at a larger size, mainly because it's kind of hard to load a chest boat with items. There's obviously other ways you're able to grab items from hopper minecarts in different ways. There's also waterlogging rails, which you can do in 119, where it actually goes a lot slower over a hopper, meaning it is able to pull 2 items instead of 1, which you usually do on like a normal line. So if you want to run something on like a 20-second clock instead of a 10-second clock, you can do this. Just a thing to know you could do. Once a way is decided on how to split smeltable items across the furnaces, you need a way to distribute fuel to all the furnaces too. This is also heavily dependent on what type of fuel you use, where hopper speed works for some items and not for others. Although carpet dupers are extremely common fuel source in smaller arrays, they're also the epitome of cringe, and generally you just try to saturate the fuel input as much as humanly possible and burn the rest. Since they have comedically short burn time, larger arrays require a lot of them, which leads to a lot more lag. So they do suck ass trying to just scale up. There's also a video by this guy who covers pretty much everything about fuel, but he comes to a conclusion I don't exactly agree with, and I'll explain my top 4. Of course, I'm open to opposing opinions, but here's what I think are the top 4 best fuel sources for furnace arrays. Blaze rods are a good source of fuel primarily in versions before 121, where autocrafters didn't make other fuel sources a lot better, which I will cover in a second. They have a fuel to item ratio of 1 to 12, which allows for higher fuel efficiency even when smelting less items, and they are decently easy to farm, especially with the general fortress farm. The main negative is that they do require a player or bot present to gather in whatever capacity to kill the mob, because blaze rods are a player drop. Kelp blocks are a fantastic source, especially in 121 where crafters exist, as they can be automatically farmed without the need of player presence. This makes it great for servers where bots aren't allowed and they have to have a half decent fuel source. They also have a pretty good item to fuel efficiency of 1 to 20. This can cause extreme loss in efficiency when it comes to smelting few items, but it's not too bad, especially considering that fact that it can be farmed really easily automatically. Coal is also a good source of fuel and is very easy to gather without a farm if you need it in smaller amounts, and is a byproduct of wither skeleton farms, which like everyone has. They also have a 1:8 smelting efficiency, which I think is a very good ratio so you don't unnecessarily burn a lot of the fuel time for no reason. And my most controversial one, which I'm putting at the top spot, coal blocks. By themselves, they suck a lot unless you're doing a shit ton of smelting operations in a small array, but they are my number one when autocrafters are introduced. Coal blocks by themselves are able to smelt 80 items, which is an 8 item increase over the 9 coal it takes to craft them, which makes them better in extremely large smelting operations. But since you're able to reduce it back down to its base 9 coal, you can smelt 9 items at once compared to a single coal block. Assuming hopper speed, coal block input into a crafter, the coal output can fuel 1800 furnaces in parallel. Coal blocks are also as easy to get as coal, only needing compacting with an autocrafter, and that's it. Also, at hopper speed, you can fill up something like a chest minecart in 76.8 seconds, which is 3.2 seconds faster than the burn time of a single piece of coal. They are also extremely dense, which means a lot less storage than literally any other fuel. A single box of coal blocks can smelt like a double chest plus 18 boxes, so like, it's stupidly dense. Can you tell why I like coal blocks so much? But as I've designed the furnace array for 119 plus, I never use coal blocks as a fuel source for a furnace array, but like, it's a thing to keep in mind. Generally speaking, in simplest terms, if you're designing a furnace array, fuels that have a lot longer burn time are a hell of a lot easier to work with than ones that have a shorter burn time. And I mean, that should make sense. This is why I designed 2 arrays with coal as the minimum burn time, because below that amount, it becomes a lot harder. I set up this thing to show you the correlation between fuel type and the amount of furnaces it's able to support. I try to visualize it. It's quite tall, but like it gets the point across. Like we have over here, we have lava, which can do 3.6 lava buckets to power a single furnace per hour. That's as much as it needs. It only needs 3.6 lava buckets per furnace, and that in correspondence is able to do 2,500 furnaces, assuming hopper speed. So as we go more down, we have 4.5 coal blocks per furnace. That's able to do 2,000 furnaces at hopper speed, and the more that it's required per furnace is how it drops off quite fast. So for something like carpets, which is 1,704, you would need in turn 8.37 furnaces to be able to basically keep up at hopper speed for that. Yeah, once you get to bamboo, which is like as low as it gets, yeah, you only can do 6.25 at hopper speed. So yeah, it drops off really fast. Now, for collection, there are 2, sort of 3, sort of 4 ways on how to collect items from the furnace. Simplest and easiest is just putting a line of hoppers underneath, but this is limited to only 25 furnaces, and attaching all outputs to a dropper line can do up to about 50 furnaces. For above that, entities have to be introduced either as a dropped item or a hopper cart to pick it up. Simplest is just dropping it into a water stream and funneling it to wherever, but I find that it is very large size increase of an array, so I don't personally recommend that. Second is having a hopper cart pull from the hopper, or having a hopper push into a chest minecart or whatnot. This is the one I recommend more if you're unable to do the next one. The most annoying one, but definitely the best for large arrays, is precision pooling. Simply speaking, you pull the smelted item from the furnace the same tick it is done smelting. Assuming you do it right, you can shave off the hopper underneath the furnace, but more likely than not, save a lot of space. But it does have one very annoying requirement to make it work in most cases. Due to the nature of precision, the rail path for distribution has to be the same rail path for precision. This makes arrays that have a very compact front end a lot harder, if not impossible, to maintain the rail path through the entire array. If you have all smelted items and need to send them to an output of an array under 50 furnaces, you can kind of guess on how that's done, so I won't say too much on that. For item entity form, you generally just send it to a box loader that is able to handle that speed. So for like 144 furnaces, that's 6 times hopper speed. And for 192 furnaces, that's 8 times hopper speed. This, in turn, since you're not maintaining the box contents of each box, can cause the amount of boxes put into it not match the box output, which can cause the array to eventually run dry of boxes, since most for like 144 furnaces, that's 6 times hopper speed. And for 192 furnaces, that's 8 times hopper speed. This, in turn, since you're not maintaining the box contents of each box, can cause the amount of boxes put into it not match the box output, which can cause the array to eventually run dry of boxes, since most arrays don't have a preservation built into it. This only happens if you smelt different types of full boxes of the same item, so like, just keep that in mind. Once you get faster than what a single box loader can handle, you get to some more fun stuff. Unless you want to manually merge boxes all the time, now you get to the fun world of loading arrays. Also, there are arrays where it's just manual box loading, but like that's stupid, so I'm not gonna be talking about that. In an array of box loaders, it is generally best to keep the contents of each box separate, as you know that all those items are able to go back into the box without overloading the box. So batching the output of one box and then sending it to the unloading array is generally the go-to method. The best way I've found of doing this is batching all the items and sending it to a loader whose sole purpose is splitting the items across all inputs as evenly as possible and loading them into a box as quickly as possible. As a normal box loader, this thing will not work at all, as it breaks the box when it has no more items left that it can shove into the box, not that it detects the overflow or if the box is full. This one I have here is by Christonen, where I pretty much stole the dropper layout for the loader. With how it has full input dropper detection, it is quite easy to just block the next batch of items from the loader and send it to the next slice until it's done doing its thing. And of course these are 8x hopper speed, so they should be able to handle about 200 furnaces or so. So for something like 864 furnace array, 5 loaders will easily keep up. It's technically a bit less than 200 furnaces per loader because of transition time, but like it's pretty close. Now we have to talk a short bit about hopper locking. If you use lithium, it really doesn't matter for shit, so like that's a thing. But if you play on a server or whatnot that doesn't have it, hopper locking is decently important, as there is a ton of uncovered hoppers in medium to large arrays. You can just lock them, but there's actually a better way of locking hoppers that many people don't know about, and it's actually really simple. The easiest way of doing it is just not loading the array when you're not using it. I can't be bothered explaining the extra wiring requirements of doing that. If you want to have a two-dimensional array, just know that it's a thing and it's really fucking cool. Two-dimensional furnace arrays are just amazing, as you don't need your client to murder you in cold blood when all the furnaces are turning on. It's also easy to just slap a bolt network onto them, so like, you know. Also, I don't advertise much, but you should subscribe to me and follow me on Twitch. I'm trying to hit affiliate by the end of this year. Will that probably happen with my schedule? Probably not, but I could still dream. But yeah, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see me do dumb shit on Twitch, I stream there every once in a while. Feel free to come through.
I'll go there.
I don't
Trust me.
particularly care. It's I don't fucking know. Rest of the video. Yeah, here you go. So I'm just letting you know, I have a list next to me of everything I want to cover about this furnace array. So I am kind of raw dogging the explanation here, but like, oh well. This is the original furnace array I showed in my storage tech video. It is very large compared to what I've designed now, but yeah, it has a lot of wasted empty space just around, and a lot it can be improved on. It's not fully hopper locked. I think there's like 11 unlocked hoppers in the entire thing, which is fine for most people, but like it can be fully hopper locked. And one of the big issues I had is that it does not fit comfortably. I didn't align it, but yeah, it doesn't fit in one chunk loader, which 144 furnace array really should just fit in a single chunk loader. In all honesty, took for fucking ever, but I designed a new one that now does fit all of the requirements. It has a few drawbacks, but they aren't that bad, all things considered. So with the new array, it is now a lot smaller. Dimensionally speaking, it is just significantly smaller in both the top, bottom, and sides. Other than width, the widths are still exactly the same, but yeah, it is smaller just in general. I had to basically redo all the wiring logic for both the box loaders, the distribution of fuel, distribution of, yeah, pretty much everything. And with it, I made it a lot more compact. I basically wasted zero space. I bet I could shave off a layer. I just don't want to spend the next couple months doing that, so, you know. And it is now fully hopper locked, other than input hopper, which if you just disable or pause it, it does become fully hopper locked. It also now supports mixed boxes, but I also have to give an asterisk because it does have the drawback that it is now 50% slower when it runs with mixed boxes, and I'll explain that in a few seconds. It also now fits within one chunk loader. It is, dimensionally speaking, just a bit under. It is now dimensionally 46 blocks wide, or sorry, it is 46 blocks long instead of 48 compared to version 2, which was 49. So yeah, it now fits within one chunk loader, which is really fucking nice. And it also has a dedicated line to send to a chunk loader if you want to do that. It's also now technically tileable. Like you can just slap another furnace, slap this exact thing right next to it and it'll just run fine. That does require some interesting wiring, but it's like just a thing you can do, so I just left it. It also has some slightly annoying rail placements. Like if you just look around, you have like this rail curved. They're not hard to do. Like if you have any sense on how to do rail placements, it's not really that hard. I'll leave a link to a guide on how to do rail placements. But yeah, this furnace array has two modes. It has the full send mode, which will basically just keep chugging through boxes without stopping in between each one. and it'll just send it to this 6x loader, which is just a modified version of Keisha's to be able to just fit the footprint of this design, which, yeah, it's not able to, full send mode cannot run with this style of items, just because it will just overload it. Like, it won't put all of these items back into the box. But something like this is what it is meant for. So if we just take it, we're going to take 2 of these boxes. Like, since it's currently paused, it will not run, obviously. Whatever this is set to is what it will basically stay as long as this lever is turned on. So once we turn it on, it will place the first box, unlock the lines, and it will lock this so this cannot be changed no matter what you do. And it will basically just place down a hopper minecart every 200 game ticks, pull out exactly 144 items, and it will send it off. And it will basically just go around. Once it hits this detector rail, it'll send a pulse to send a minecart to pick up the items from the furnace. And since I'm not able to run precision with it, I basically just had to shove hoppers there. It's not much of an issue. Other than that, I basically just have to send the cart back around into the system, which it has a slightly weird path, but like, oh well. To basically just be dropped off here to be able to be put back into the system. And once it empties out a box, which it'll do in a bit, it'll basically just take this box and then run it down into this box loader that is down here, so it's able to just recycle that box. And then if we run down here, we can see that this box is currently being filled up. It is slightly annoying where this one they will start to fill up. This one will take priority like 99% of the time, but eventually these ones will fill up if it has a constant flow, and this one will overload, meaning these two are able to run, meaning it's able to run at 6x very comfortably. Now, I'm pretty sure it is possible if you run about 2 million items through this, that it can despawn items, but it is very rare from it. I haven't tested that entirely. I've ran 5 mil without it breaking, but I was also not running full boxes, so I don't really know. But yeah, I try to keep it silent as possible. It does have flashing dust, but it's not really that bad. So yeah, it's running through its last cycle. Once this box breaks, or once this minecart gets pushed, it'll break the box. It will stop the clock from running. And then basically what we do, we take the item, the box will just run through here. It will get dropped off into, where the fuck is it? It gets dropped from this dropper into this water stream down and then into here, which is where all the boxes are stored for the system. And basically what we do is we just take the output of it being detected from here and sending that to a pulse extender right here, and it will fill up. Here, it's already done with one, but yeah, as it's not entirely running off of all of them, you can see this one's still taking priority. It's not running at its full speed, but like, it's good enough. Yeah, once it fills up all the way, it'll stop, it'll break the box. Once the cooldown clock turns off, and it will put it into this barrel, and then it will lock all of the hoppers. But as I've stated before, it cannot handle this type of box in the full send mode. So if we input, I'm not going to input it obviously, otherwise bad shit's going to happen. But yeah, make sure the full send mode is on, which is just turning off this lamp. And then once you have it there, we are able to basically run the 2 boxes through. So if it does have some like weird items, like it only has like a couple in the first slot and it doesn't pull 144, it'll still just run through it. It just won't use its full speed, but it's fine. So this mode can kind of, this furnace rig can kind of just keep running through the box until it's entirely done. So it's really nice. But yeah, you can see it'll fill up with random items, but it will work fine. And since we're not detecting the fullness of the box, we're detecting overflow. We don't really have to worry about that. But with how this one works now, we basically just put a item into this slot, which basically just locks it, saying, hey, it sends it to the line that basically says, hey, we are out of coal, which in turn stops the furnace ray from running. But since it's not technically out of coal, it will just, once this is done, it'll just pop that back into there, saying, hey, we have coal again. It'll just run through the next box. You'll see it once it all happens. Yeah, down here you can see it's starting to fill up with all of its random items. Ooh, so fancy. But yeah, see, it breaks the box. It doesn't put the next one down because it is currently paused, so, you know, it can't do anything right now. The drawback with this is that it does make the furnace array 50% slower, so it's only running at 3 times hopper speed instead of 6. I think the trade-off is fine for being able to put in like the most random box types. Most of the time you
Yeah.
shouldn't even be running
Cool.
multiple different item types through
Okay.
a furnace array. Yeah, see, once it's full, this cooldown clock starts to pulse down, and then we send a signal through here, which pops the item to the next slot, which places the next box. Yay! And we also have this here just to power it, so you can't like flick this lever, turn off box preservation, flick it back on, and then it breaks fucking everything. There's protection against that now. The original one I put on Team CC doesn't have that, and I'll update that when I get around to that. But yeah, since the box is now broken, we now have a new box. That box is now in here, and we can compare the contents, obviously. Here's what it used to look like. Here's what it looks like now. You can look with your eyes. You see that's exactly the same now. So after a few tick warps and a little bit of time, we finally get the last box. Yay! Yeah, this thing is entirely hopper locked. It has one static entity, which is just this chest mic right here. Technically, you can get rid of it. It's just a lot fucking harder to wire, and I simply cannot be bothered to do that. But yeah, the link to this furnace array, the download will be in the description. It'll also probably be on Team CC, so if you want to go there and grab it, it'll be there. And this right here is the 2-dimensional furnace array that I designed. Just so no one says anything, this furnace right here is a modification. There's people outside my door, and I'm gonna kill them. Just kidding. I'm not that illegal. This right here is
Okay.
Hi, I'm going to show you how to add a category to Command Leo's item list. So let's get started. First off, let's make a copy. Next up, we'll want to duplicate this. We'll want to change the name of it to whatever we want. I'm going to name it hybrid. Then we're going to click here, first column, first row. This green text, going to change MIS into hybrid. Okay, two more things to do. Now we're going to head over to item list here. Click the add button, the edit button, add object, and we're going to name it hybrid. You can change it to have a pleasant color. There you go. Then it's going to ask us, do you want to apply this to all 1219 objects? Yes. Now we can add hybrid like this. And if we look here, the items are added. However, this isn't exactly all of it. We also want to maybe add it here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add one row. You're again going to copy paste about this text. Put it right there. Change this again to hybrid. Then we can type out hybrid. And there you go. Now obviously you can change the order of these or however you want, but that's the basics on how to do it. Thank you for watching.
I don't want to go through Oh my god. Okay. Hello. Why it's not? Very much. Really? This guy. Why? Why did he? Something like. Oh, this one. Gravity. Yo.
Oh,
Hello, CA.
hello. What are you up to?
Uh, I'm
Nice. Are you live on YouTube?
yeah, I'm live.
Nice.
Portable foreign.
That's an interesting decision. That's a interesting decision. Like, is it
Yes.
a remote ball,
No, 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 no,
remote ball
no,
or
no,
what?
no, no. Just on in portable made by Tara. Actually, block show. I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I just wanted to check on you.
Ah,
Yeah, have a good one.
hey,
I'll be back later.
okay. Okay, okay. Ah, okay, okay. What? Really? Check. Good. By the way, बेटा गए हो कैसे चल और টেকনিক্যালি হ্যাঁ এই জিনিসটা ইউজ করব। তো বেসিক্যালি যেটা মাত্র দুইটা থাকে, এই যে জিনিসটা আছে I mean you know right how this বাট এই দুইটা কোনায় এটাকে নর্মাল বাল্ক বলে, এটাকে কোয়াড বাল্ক বলে। কি হয়, চারটা আইটেম রাখা যায়। চলো একটা, এতগুলো হ্যাঁ 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 এটা আমাদের বাল্ক প্রবাবলি আমাদের 5 আইটেম ডাবল yes it's a 10 game team, 10 game team. We don't want it and it all. I don't want, now I really don't want I think I'm gonna use. Uh, bad. This is bad. No. Bad. How- Oh my god. God, this is bad. Sorry. Calculate 64 like 512 to 2 like 1024 and 4 into 64 is like 256. 56 plus 1004 is like 1280 items. Still, it's not enough. Have to go. Okay, I'll try to do something like this if all the is 6. I might need. Okay. Board it. It might be useful for me. I did. messed up. This powered by powered by powered thing. Can empty. Powered the track and sort of thing. Oh, okay. Ah, This is big. Okay, I think I'll go for today. Thank you. I love you all. Bye. Or should I play a game of like, Valorant? Play one? Dead? Wait, if it
Time slows down when it can get no